Can Zeke deke again? It's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Garden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Here we go, the final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
A throw left side to start out, that's complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold it.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And they'll set up shot right near midfield at the 49-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
Here we go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go, defense. Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 19 carries, 107 yards.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it all.
On second down, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And the Eagles have recovered.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made a difference, and has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there, and Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And the division title out of reach, we know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
So it's just a matter of adjusting now, isn't it? And what I mean by that is mentally. Every team starts the season thinking, let's go for the number 1 seed, right? Being the top team. Number 2 is pretty great, too, because you get the opening bye, and you're at home after that. But it doesn't matter at this point. Just getting in, and you just sit down and talk to your team. Would you rather go on the road and deal with someone, or would you rather stay at home for the playoffs? Let's go on the road and go take someone out.
Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. He will go down. The Cowboys sack. Terry Poe marches in for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know that.
And pressure gets to him again. Terry Poe able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better play security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about it. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team, because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Chop that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
Wild Bill.
On third down, it's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to fourth down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively, because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come.
Second and 9 now. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw. It's caught by Sanders. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Second and 10. That's caught by Jackson. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
That's it, baby.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I got 86.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
Right there in the middle, 55. We got it.
They'll run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott now. And this is incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. With it is Jackson. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Deshaun Jackson getting set to go again on offense. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him, but Julio did again. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the save.
Set, baby. Set.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now back to throw. And that's complete to Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the second foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
The pass on 3rd down. Complete to Rashawn Jeffrey.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you do it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination of whether to actually challenge the player or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretary lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Man, I got you. Man.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. About 3 yards there to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, it hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A 41-yard attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing at 7-3. So good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
54's Mike. Check, check. 54.
Brings up
Switch.
They'll lift the throw here. Well, he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith and Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at my coach. Well, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe some explanations.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, things a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They're jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to peel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they look to make that gap even bigger here. A first down run for Elliott, not going to pan out. Will, in fact, wind up losing a couple. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott looking deep, and it's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop the franchise.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. Made them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
So people playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier to shut him down.
I'll tell you that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dak and the Cowboys ready for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fool him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. First down throw for Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wondered about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Prescott, and the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had. Thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. Hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion. We're just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. And that's complete to Sanders. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Oates has it left side.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back here to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And the crossing route complete. It's Lamb. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
All day.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you as always. Welcome into our final regular season edition of our Halftime Report. Playoff lives hanging in the balance as we take you around the NFL one final time. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Ravens out in front as that game moves towards halftime. The Ravens still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. John Ross, a touchdown reception. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already. And that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone. Back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see it when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
After the sack on first down, Prescott, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Eagles calling on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
And being rightly cautious for that lead here in the second half. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
The question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Wentz connecting with his tight end, Goddard. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Here we go.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
16 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here.
Personal
And a late
foul.
flag as well.
Face mask.
I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
You got it.
The last one good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike, my boy.
Throwing his Wentz. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Wentz going to throw. And this one's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Cheetah and Rouzier there to make the play in coverage. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. He rifles one that's... And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play that question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2. Alert for anything out there. Watching for trouble on the road. And making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See who can drive the bus here again on this drive. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Intended for number 88.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Right back to Sanders on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a fifth, barring a conversion here on third down. Now Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. It's a second down run with Sanders. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back now in Arlington. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll run. It's Sanders. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. They've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they've got
leading here in the 4th. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone knows to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. A second down throw for Prescott. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And Blake, the tight end's got it. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than a defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
21-yard line.
10th carry now for Elliott. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up the key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of margin of error, don't you?
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. The drive starts with a completion left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the 1st on a gain of 15. Wentz now to throw. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not
Automatic
at all.
first
Now
down.
your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now wins. Now they go screen. It's complete. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia. Wentz now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Clement. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the
Personal
flags.
foul.
This is going to get him the 1st down.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I
Automatic
always
1st
enjoy
down.
the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I don't want to to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall then. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the note-taking and recall comes into play. It was working really hard. Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space?
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And that will come the offense as they take over. Carson Wentz and the Eagles getting set to take over. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle with the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talked about that, but we think about it in a running game. But guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now runs. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Out a man down, and it's Sanders. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end over the middle. And he'll be brought down. That's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're giving the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march up the full 15, right? You have to half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? And
he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Eagles 27, Cowboys 23.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that's Elliott, complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll bring up a second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late goal. Complete, he finds Bray. And he'll be taken down the hunt before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now Prescott. A nice gain of 21 yards. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Prescott to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's up to 7 for 7 now on this drive alone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On the ground, it's Clement to start the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Here's Sanders. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here's Matt Wild now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. Oh, breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. He scores! No flags anywhere. And they return it to the house to win the game. Return! This one is going to sting for a while. I mean, how do you let that happen defensively? One stop. I know that it's easy to say that from the booth, but
it is.
How do you let that happen, partner?
That's one of those where sometimes you get overzealous on defense, get out of your lanes, don't take care of your assignments. But let's just go ahead and focus on the offensive guy. Look what they got done.
Yeah.
They needed to make one play themselves, and they did it.
Yeah, that's the reverse side. It was a heck of a play and a heck of an ending to this script. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. Well, that was was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
Whipped cream. Maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for Dallas, it'll be a 13th win on the year. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia,